Sorry about that, guys. Not sure exactly.
You know, racing the truck at Eldora versus, say, racing a sprint car at Eldora, it's not even comparable. It's just really slow motion. The car kind of floats around more. Challenging because they are so heavy, and it's just way different.
Once again, sorry about that, guys. Not sure exactly what happened. Internet just decided to restart on its own. No idea. I apologize. Everything is loaded back up. So if you give me just 1 second, we'll be back good to go. It looks like we did have a caution under that brake, so didn't miss too much that I'm aware of. I will find out everything on the details and stuff like that. So once again, I apologize. That was a technical problem on my part, as the internet just decided to restart and everything like that. So we are 42 laps in on this 150 lap race here for the DRL League, the Dynasty Racing League, as we work our 5th caution, I do believe. And it looks like still out front, Tommy Bordeaux, as we stay green or work this caution. Take a look at our top 5. Tommy Bordeaux, Zach Weinstein, Blake Griffin, still your top 5. As let's go back and pull in James Pandolf, I believe, is up in the top 6. I'm waiting to find out. Make sure we don't double up before I pull him in and get an interview. We'll wait and see what happens here, if we go green or not. Pace lights are still on. Looks like we are going to go green the next time by, so I will not pull him in. Once again, I want to give a shout out to the sponsors of the race, are coming up soon. The Dash for Mid-Season Mayhem, I guess you could say, sponsored by right here on your screen right now. There you go. Twitch.tv/Taterus, and appreciate them for hopping in and sponsoring the race. So, or not the race, but the Mid-Season Mayhem. Winner gets $100, and I just want to point out, looks like we did have an issue. The 77 was one of the cars that was involved in the latest caution, and I'm sorry, not the 77. I believe it was the 66, not the 77. It was the 66. So he is now 2 laps down. As we wait to go back green, once again here at New Hampshire. Pace car pulls in. Green flag waves. Back to racing once again at New Hampshire. 45 laps are complete. You can see that rubber already starting to build up on the side of the track. A little bit further back here is a battle for the 6th spot. James Pandolf on the high side. The 31 of Joshua Sleater is also there. Joshua started way back in the 18th spot. Did take that spot away, so moved Joshua up to that 6th position. James falling back to 6th. A little bit further look back here in the field. You see this 2-car. Ryan Hesgard was really fast in qualifying. Started up in 8th. Currently back to 11th right now, as you see the battle right there behind him. That is the 87 Casey Drake and Jack Laidlaw taking over the 12th spot. Right in front, Sam Hensley looking to the inside of that 11 car of Adam Courtney. Haven't spoke a lot about Adam all race. He started back in 17th. Currently running in 8th place, so he's up 9 spots from where he originally started. As you see that 28 working the outside line on the 26th. Trying to take that spot away. That is a battle for the 8th or 9th spot, I apologize. You also see that 2 car there as well. Not going to be able to take it, as now the 2 looking to the inside of the 28. Sliding up just a little bit, almost touching doors as we work off turn number 4. Going to be a drag race down the straightaway, and it looks like the 28 of Austin Hicks will prevail for now. Trying to hold back this 2 car. Not sure how long he's going to be able to do that for. Last time by, it was about even. I take that back. Actually, the 2 was way faster last time by, about 3/10 faster. So he's slowly trying to work his way up. So far on this stint, a lot of drivers been out here for a long time. Actually, I take that back. They ain't been out there too long because we just watched them exit pit. So they've been out about 8 laps so far. Sorry, my live timing and stuff's messed up from where the disconnect happened. Still side by side is the 2 now. Side by side with the 26. Sam Hensley started up in 4th. Back 5 spots from where he originally started. Got some damage on that back bumper right now as we work into turn number 3 and 4. It looks like he's going to be able to jump back out in front of the 2 car. Jeremy Longoria slowly starting to put some pressure here on the 98 car of Zach Weinstein coming through turn number 2. We'll get the fastest top 5 this lap. Fastest on the track right now is your leader. Then it is Jeremy Longoria, second fastest out on track. So he is definitely putting the pressure now on the back end of Zach as we work through onto the backstretch. You see a little bit of damage on the back of on that 77 car. May have gotten in the back of someone earlier. I believe it was I forgot who it was off the top of my head. He's looking to the inside here. Not going to be able to do it. It's a great shot right there. Hopping on board now. You also see that damage pretty good from this angle. You can see that hood bent up just a little bit on the front of that 77. Don't know what his temps look like, but hopefully they'll be okay for now. Still racing back here is the 9 and the 26, or the 2 and the 26, sorry. Looks like the 2, Ryan Hesgard, does take that spot away, and now working on Adam Courtney, who's up in 8th place in that 11 car. We said early that we would have cautions early on, and then we would get a green flag run. Will this be the green flag run? We're about to find out. Working off turn number 2. These 3 cars pretty much right under a blanket now, as Adam does fall back to 9th, as Ryan Hescar did take that 8th spot away. Now feeling the pressure from the 26 Lowe's car. Chevrolet trying to take away that 8th position as he looks to the inside here on the front stretch, peeking out, going to try to go into turn number 1 on the bottom side. No, he's going to try to get a run now on the working the higher line. Go up in our blimp, you can really start to see the rubber especially enter. Now we got a car around on the straightaway. James Pandoff around. Wow, he was one of our top 7 cars, I believe. I believe he was running 7th at the time. Got a little bit of damage on the back end and the front end. Shouldn't be too much trouble there as we see him back underway. He did fall back to 14th, however. But as I was mentioning, the rubber, if you look really close, you can see a dark line. We noticed this last night on how much rubber gets put on this track. Right there, you could really start to see it. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that rubber is going to keep building up over time here. So it looks like it's a little bit more rubber in turn 1 and 2 than it is in 3 and 4. Right there, you can really see it, especially at exit of 2. But anyway, I just want to show everybody that. Back up to 3rd place. Zach still holding off the 77. Jeremy Longoria. Last time by, Jeremy was faster once again. This time by, it is actually Zach a little bit faster. Fastest car out on track right now. Still your leader. He has pretty much checked out over the field. Now 1.6 seconds as he goes around a lap car. That is the number 42, who is currently now 1 lap down of Josh Coppernull. A little bit of damage on his car. We spoke earlier about how tough it can be to get through lap traffic, especially here with the track being so flat. You got to be very patient. And that's something that looks like the 57 pretty much has down right now, as he's not having any trouble getting through some of these lap cars. And already, Ryan Hescar up to 6th now. You see him in that purple and white and black number 2 car. He's running super high on the track compared to a lot of guys. I wonder if that's just something he's doing that he's figured out or something. I'm not real sure. Adam Courtney still holding out the 26 for 8th. And you also see the 44 of Jack Laidlaw going through turn number 1. He's looking to the bottom side. Don't think he's going to be able to get it just yet. Unless he continues to put the pressure on. He's not going to be able to get there just yet. He's still going to continue working at inside line. Here's your distance with the top 5. That is the distance between each and every driver to the car in front of them, or to the leader. So you can see the distance pretty close between 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. However, 1st is pretty much gone. 6 seconds separate the 5th place driver to the 1st place driver of Tommy Bordeaux. As we work through down the backstretch here, Zach still doing a good job on holding back the 77 right now. Blake Griffin slowly starting to lose a little bit of ground on these 2 guys. The last time by, actually, Blake was the fastest out on the track, which is really impressive. Casey Drake was looking underneath the 71, not going to be able to do it just yet. This is Jared Ziegler, currently running in 15th, right in front of that 87. Looks like our long green flag run has set in, which is good because we didn't miss that much once the disconnection happened. We just missed that one wreck, sadly. And I believe that was the only thing we really missed. Once again, apologize for everybody for that. Gotta love the internet sometimes, I guess. Not a lot really happening at the moment. Pretty much everybody's single file for the most part. We got a couple cars that's nose to tail like these right here. This is actually top 10. The 26 currently 10th. So he gets a little loose there, entering on the low side. He actually gave up a few spots now. He's falling back to 10th after he was right up behind Adam a few moments ago. Meanwhile, the battle for Ace still feeling the pressure right now. 11, the 11 car of Adam Courtney trying to hold it from Jack in that 44 car, the Chevrolet. And a good run off turn number 2 or 4 that time. That may open up the door for the 44 to get a run going down into turn 1. And he will be side by side as we work into turns 1 and 2. Not going to be able to clear him. Here comes the 26, who should get a run on the outside. He will get a run. So that 26 now trying to move up, Sam Hensley. Not going to be able to get up there just yet, as the 44 still working on that 11 car. Everybody right now, this place is so tough to pass on the long run. You could really see it now, how tough it is on these long runs. Once again, I want to give a shout out to a couple people. One for the mid-season mayhem. It starts in August. And 2 to the, I want to shout out the Syndicate, or Silent Syndicate Racing, Ryan Branch and Martin Wenzel for putting together, Ryan Branch for hosting a Monday night practice, and Martin Wenzel for putting together the pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty amazing post-race recaps every week that he does. It's pretty cool to watch. I go back and watch some of them myself, so make sure y'all check that out. You see this 87, that is a lap car. That, by the way, that's Casey Drake, and we spoke a little bit about lap cars earlier. How big of an issue can they be? You're kind of seeing it there. He's not doing nothing wrong at all. But ultimately, it could cause an issue for some of these leaders. We just got to continue to watch that. As you see Jeremy Longoria get around him. And the race is still pretty tight right now for second. And for 8th. Pretty much everybody else right now spaced out for the most part. Nobody really close. Everybody within a few seconds of each other. But here comes the 44 looking to the inside. Jack Laylaw trying to take that spot away once again. Here comes the 26. He's going to close up tight and not give the 44 the run out. Maybe we'll see. No, he will not. So the 26, smart move there by Sam Hensley on taking away that top line. That may allow him to take that spot away. And he may do it as we watch through turns 2 and down the backstretch. He is going to take that spot away, as you see the 44 get a little bit loose there. So move Sam Hensley back up to the 9th position in that Chevrolet Lowe's car, right in front of Jack Laidlaw. Still a lot of pressure right now being put on this 98 car. You can see the 77 has a small run here, not going to dive to the inside. I think he pretty much knows how tough it is to pass on that low side. So he's not taking any chances on diving it down there and probably washing up and probably taking both of them out or taking him out. Very tough to pass. Here comes the 26. Sam Hensley looking underneath the 11 car. That's going to open up the door for the 44 car to go to the high side. Don't know if the 26 of Sam Hensley can take it or not. Don't look like it. And it will open up that top side for Jack to try to jump up there and take that spot back. Side by side through turns 4. And the 44 got a little loose there, so that may actually allow the 26 to squeeze in. No, it will not. We are lap 77 complete, so we are past halfway. I am your host, Adam Chapman, as always. As we got 3 wide here, the 51. That is a lap down car. Could become an issue. That was Danny Newton, who is currently 1 lap down. But does a good job of staying out of the way, so good for him. These 3 guys right here still under a blanket for the most part. You also see the 74 James Pandolph. That's a big spot right there, because if a caution was to fly, he would be your lucky dog. Tommy Bordeaux is still out front. You see that 28 car. That is the 12th place car of Austin Hacks. That's a big position right here. James needs a caution to come out now, as pit stops have officially started. Adam Courtney coming down pit road. So green flag pit stops are underway after about 30, well, we'll say 40 laps, I believe. Give or take on that just a little bit. So we should see some of these other guys as well coming down pit road. As you do see the 57 going 1 lap down. I'm sorry, the 28 goes 1 lap down, not the 57. So right now, if caution was to come out, he would be your guy to get it. 68 also on pit road. You can see him pulling into his pit box. Still out front, Tommy Bordeaux, as he continues green flag. This could be an advantage to some of these guys. Sam Hensley in the 26 coming down pit road. They could use this to their advantage. With fresh tires and all of that, really could help them here early on. So we're mainly watching our top leaders right now, mainly watching the top 5 to see when they come down. I think Tommy's going to realize that when they are starting to make green flag pit stops. Adam Courtney's pit stop, by the way, he spent a total of 36 seconds on pit road with a 13.6 second stop. 4 tires. 37 second total time on pit road for Sam Hensley, so Adam's going to have a little bit of advantage there, should anyway. And he will have a slight advantage. You can see that. So not a ton of advantage is what I thought it would be. But Adam able to get back out in front of him. Danny Newton on pit road in the 51. See him sitting there on his pit box as the leader goes by him. Right now our top 11 have not pitted. Casey Drake being the last one that has not pitted. That is in our top 11 anyway. Here comes Tommy putting the 42 another lap down. Doing a good job on keeping it out of the way of the leader, Josh Coppernull. There is your last car on the lead lap right now. Just to give you a little bit of an idea on what the leader is running compared to the guys that do have fresh tires, a 30.437 for our leader last time by, with Sam Hensley, who's got 3 laps on his tires, is running 29.559, so about a little under a second faster than our leader right now, and that's a big advantage on fresh tires. Nobody else has pitted at the moment. So that was probably a group of cars that decided to stay out last time or for a few laps. Once again, you are watching the Dynasty Racing League. Tommy Bordeaux, so far in the lead, has led 77 laps out of the 86 that have ran. The cautions, by the way, is not right on this. I apologize. We've had 5 cautions, so for 6 cautions, I apologize. 86 laps have been complete. 64 still remain, and 5 lead changes. But everybody's chasing this guy right now, as nobody really closing into him, but he's got about a 4.8 second lead over these 3 guys: Blake Griffin, Zach Weinstein, and Jeremy Longoria, who is sitting in 4th place. So I'm not too sure how strategy and how much tire wear these guys are getting. I don't think we'll see any 2-tire stops, especially right now. Because we are only 88 laps in. We still got a chance for a couple more cautions, I believe. Looks like the 44 coming down pit road. He's also going to go 1 lap down. So we're still waiting on our other leaders, our top 5 leaders to pit. And for anybody else that are wondering the reason why you're not seeing the 8 car, I believe he was actually caught up in that wreck whenever I disconnected. That's what one of the wrecks was, Bailey Janalis. Jared Ziegler on pit road as well. Very slow sweeping turns here at New Hampshire, down to about 95 miles per hour in these cars, especially on old tires. You're not going to have that top speed as what you normally would. You can see the miles per hour up in your left-hand corner. 90 miles per hour going into turn number 1 and 2. Pretty fast on the straightaways. You get up to about 160. Nine cars still out on the track that have not pitted. And right now, only 7 cars on the lead lap because of the pit stops. There will be more once the leaders and all that starts to pit. Jeremy Longoria slowly losing a little bit of ground here. About a second back from our 3rd place car right now. 7 seconds behind the leader. And we are lap number 94 now. I'm sorry, 93, I apologize. Big group of cars up here, however. Working on the slower car. I'm looking to see. I don't think none of this is for position. However, I take it back. The 11 and 28 are battling for position. The 31 is not. He is actually a lead lap car. As there goes the 44. That's going to bring out a caution right in front of our leaders. Everybody doing their best. Caution flies, and oh, the 66. A good job of avoiding me there. That could have been really bad. But unfortunately for Jack, that's going to end his night. As caution flies here in New Hampshire. Tommy Bordeaux, still your leader. The thing that's going to be interesting is James Pandolf will actually be your lucky dog. So, congratulations to James. We'll see how all this plays out. It's going to be interesting to see if people like the 2060 11 stays out. We do expect everyone else to come down pit road as we work our 7th caution of the night so far. And Tommy Bordeaux, as I mentioned, still your leader at the moment. There's your first place car coming in. There's your second, third, fourth, and fifth place car coming in. Along with that 7 also of Christopher coming in, who is 6th place. James Pandoff getting the wave around. A lot of these guys you see staying out is 1 lap down. They're going to get the wave around as well. However, they'll have a lot older tires, so they're going to need another caution. Race off pit road will go to the 57, wins it easily. Race for second goes to the 5, followed by that 98, the 77, nothing changed there. The 2, the 7, nothing changed there. And then you got the 31 coming off pit road as well. So as I mentioned, James Pandoff, currently your lucky dog. We do expect him to be on pit road here this time around. A lot of these other cars out there so far should get the wave around. Sam Hensley being one of them. Josh Sleater, Adam Courtney, and all of them guys. Actually, a couple of them is coming on pit road, it looks like. So they're going to continue to go a lap down, I believe. I'm going to bring in the 5 car of Blake Griffin. Hey, Blake, you got me? Hey, Blake, you got a copy? Alright, so we don't have a copy with him. Let's go back and bring in... let's try to get Jeremy Longoria in here. I'm a big fan of that paint scheme. There we go. Sorry, I had to fix that after a little disconnection thing earlier, so we'll bring him in. Hey, Jeremy, you got me? Jeremy, you got a copy?
Hello, are we talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm the broadcaster, if you're wondering.
Oh, awesome. I turned your volume up, but it is pretty hard to hear you. What's up?
How's your car handling right now?
It's handling great. I don't know if you guys are watching, but I'm real close to the 98. I really flat spotted my tires like 5 laps before the caution. That's why I dropped dropped about a second. But I don't know if I have anything for the 98 and the 5, but it's fun racing them, and we'll see if we can catch them. All
right, man. Go out there and try to get the win. Good luck, buddy.
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Have fun broadcasting.
You too, bud. That was Jeremy Longoria. Was going to keep him in here, but we're about to go back green. I didn't want to keep him in here too long. I love the paint scheme, by the way, and plus he's having some trouble hearing us. So it's so hard to hear using Discord, and sometimes that can be an issue while they're in cars. So I apologize if see anybody that comes in here and can't hear me that good. So the pace car's about to drop in. There it goes. Green flag's about to wave, and we are back green flag here at New Hampshire. We got 51 laps to go. Make that 52 laps to go. As you see, the 57 able to clear a lot of that traffic. Now we'll take to the lead. The battle's going to be back there for 4th place. Jeremy Longoria trying to hold off Ryan Hescar. We know that two's fast on the short run. We'll see how he does here early on, facing some of this in the top 5. Some of these guys are really fast up towards the front. You also see that 7, Christopher there. Haven't spoken a lot about him, but he has pretty much been fast all since the start of the green flag. Started back in 14th place, up to 6th right now, and doing a really good job of holding his own. Ryan took a peek to the inside, not going to be able to get there this time as we are single file throughout the entire field. Also, guys, want to mention, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Usually we don't have this many technical problems, but with the exception of last week. We'll be broadcasting live again on Thursday for the Go Fast Racing League. They'll be live at Eldora Speedway, 110 laps on that dirt track. It's going to be fun, a very first ever dirt race for the trucks, so I'm really looking forward to that. And them guys do a good job, so we'll be live for them at 9:55 p.m. Eastern Time, same as tonight. As you've seen, Jeremy actually did take a peek to the inside, not going to be able to get there. It's so tough to pass, but here comes the 2. He's looking to try to pass on the inside. Alongside of the 77 right now, working through turn 3 and 4. Not going to be able to do it. It's so tough to pass working on that bottom side here. I don't really know how. I can't honestly sit here and tell you how to go about trying to get a run to get to that high side, because I'm not the greatest. We got a smoker on the backstretch, as you see. And that is the 42. There's also another car, I believe. I'm not sure who it is off the top of my head. I can't see it just yet. He's on the apron. I will let you know. Ryan Branch in the 23. Oh no, the 2's around. The 2 and the 77 both collided, and I believe Jeremy may be out as well. And unfortunately, I believe he has blown up. See what happened from the blimp cam. The 2 came up, collected the 77 just a little bit. The 77 came down, and whew, that is not good for either one of them. They was both having great runs, and unfortunately, going to put it into at least the 77's not, and the 2. I'm not sure how much damage he has. You see the 7 coming on pit road. This does help the guys that stayed out last time by, but you see the 2. I can't tell from the damage he's got. He's got a little bit of right front damage, and still looks fast, but man, not the way they wanted that to work out. As we will take a commercial break. This will be our final commercial break of the night, and we'll be right back for the conclusion of the New Hampshire 150 for the Dynasty Racing League. Back here at New Hampshire, I want to pull in James Pandolf real fast before we get back green. Hey, James, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, you're not looking too bad out there tonight. You got the lucky dog once, but you're running 8th place. How's the car feeling?
Car's a little beat up. I gotta admit, I did get in a little incident early on, but I've been able to repair it here and there, and looking good. I think I'm gonna get a top 10 out of it.
We've seen a little guys be a little bit aggressive. How tough is it right now out on the track, especially to put and complete a pass? It looks like it's very tough right now to try to get around cars.
Yeah, it is very tough. It is pretty much a one-lane track. You gotta pick a perfect time to make it, either pin them high or pin them low and make the pass. The high side seems to be the better lane, you get the run off the corners, whereas the inside, it's a bit harder to make a pass.
All right, man. Go out there and see if you can put that car in the top 5. Good luck, and I'll be up here watching.
Thank you.
Thank you, bud. There's James Pandolf, who has worked his way back up to the 8th spot as we get ready to go back green. The driver of the 57, Tommy Bordeaux, has been a one-man wrecking machine. No, I don't want to say that. That's probably a wrong choice of words. A one-man show, well, let's put it that way, who has pretty much driven away from everybody that has been near him as we wait. Green flag, back out, and we're back to racing here once again. Side by side up front right now, that 5 car's got a good run through turn 1, drove it really deep. He's going to have to run out. We'll see. Will he be able to take that lead away? This is really close. This could be big, and it looks like he will take the lead away from Tommy Bordeaux as we go down into turn number 2 or 3. That 89 also involved in this. This could be big as the 57 cannot slide up right now, has nowhere to go. One of the fastest cars we've seen all night. He's going to fall back to 3rd and slide up in front of Ryan Hesgard. We got now coming to 41 laps to go. 57 slides up a little bit there. We'll see what happens at the exit of turn number 2. The 2 of Ryan Hesgard looks to the inside and contact a little bit further back. That was with Bailey, I believe it was. A little bit of contact. 57 is going to go around. Trouble with the 2 into the wall. And that's not what he wanted. We're watching. Here comes the 2 with a good run. Ryan Hesgard. I believe the 57 may have overdrove the corner. Let's try to look from this view. May have been netcode involved as well. One more look. We'll try to use a different camera. You be the judge. Was it netcode or was it... I don't know. The 2 may have helped him around there a little bit. And then definitely helped him around right there. Unfortunately for the Tommy Bordeaux, who was the fastest car out on track, will not see the checkered flag most likely. Unfortunately for him, that was a hard contact. Blake Griffin may have just gotten a gift, and it may have been from the 57. I mean, not to take anything away from Blake, but in all fairness, he was probably not the fastest car out on track, as the 57, as I mentioned, led a ton of laps. You see him coming down pit road. He's going to get some of that damage fixed. He's still going to be fast. I want to mention that. He's not going to be the slowest car out there by any means. The most damage looks like to be on that right or the left rear side of it. Right there, you can really see a little bit of damage on it. So down in the way he goes, he's going to come out in the 9th position, I believe, is where he'll be actually restarting. We'll see how this plays out. Looking through the field, seeing who else is up there. Aaron James is back out on track. He's coming down pit road in the 66. I love that car. I wish it wouldn't have got wrecked. He was fast early on. See Jared Ziegler. There's a 23 also there. Mark Vega in the 82 has been fast all night. Unfortunately, he is 1 lap down, or 2 laps down. As the pace car lots are still on. While I'm at it again, guys, make sure you all tune in August for sure, as these guys will be racing for $100 in the Dynasty Racing League Mid-Season Mayhem. There's the rules on the little graph. Hopefully you all can see them good. One guy that wins, I believe, 3 of the 5 races that we have scheduled for August will walk out with a $100 Amazon gift card or a $100 iRacing gift card. Pretty cool either way you look at it. And that is sponsored by Twitch.tv Taterus. Make sure y'all check that out. I'll make sure I'll go over and give her a follow as well as soon as this race is over. And when I say that, I literally mean that. I don't just say that. I actually will go right after this race and give her a follow to make sure that I show the support. Because she showed the support for the league. Her and her husband both, Tater Bowman, who is in this race. So I'll make sure I go over and show the support as well from them. It's very awesome. And also the Silent Six. Let me see. Make sure I got the name right. I don't want to butcher it like I've been butchering everybody's names in here tonight. Silent Syndicate Racing. Is Ron Branch for hosting each Monday night practice. Thank you for him. And Martin Wenzel, sorry, for putting together amazing post-race interview or post-race videos, race recap videos. Pace car pulls in. Green flags out. We're back to racing once again here at New Hampshire. That 98 of Zach may have to prefer line as he goes down into turn number 1. Will he get to run out? He's side by side as he pushes down on that number 5 car, trying to take the lead away as we work through. 7 car hits the wall. Everybody else gets away clean for now. Barely scraped it. Still side by side. Really close racing up front. Not giving an inch. That 5 of Blake Griffin trying to hold on to the lead. Don't know if he's going to be able to do it, as the 98 will lead this lap and take away that top spot from Blake Griffin as we go back down into turn number 1. Back here you see the 26 of Sam Hensley slowly pushing now up on that 7 car. This is a battle for the 4th position. You also see back here in 6, you see who it is. It is the 57. We've mentioned him all night tonight. He has led just about every lap. 98 total laps led. Got a little bit roughed up just a few moments ago. We'll see if he's able to get back up there. The battle's still up there for the lead right now, as Zach trying his best to hold back that 5 car of Blake as we go down into turn 3. We got someone off in the grass. Not sure who that is. Looks like we stayed green for now. That 68 car is trying his best to keep the 87 behind him. Oh, contact! Mark Vega up into the 87. There was also more smoke in front of them. I'm not sure where the other smoke came from. As another car, James Pandoff into the wall. As caution flies once again. And I believe it could have been James Pandoff, I believe, was the cause of the caution. I believe his screen may have just went black, from what I'm thinking. That's the way he's acting towards that. And it looks like he was having a little bit of disconnection or connection issue as well. There for just a moment. We're watching him. Oh, he blew up on the track. Wow. That's what happened. Wow, he was. How did he blow up? He didn't have a ton of damage at all on that front. Wow, that's not good for him. He was having such a good run. And unfortunately, he's going to fall all the way back, possibly, I would guess, back to possibly 18th or 19th position. So the 98 takes the lead, but that's going to allow the... Oh, sorry guys, did not mean to pop that up. I'll move that over here. I was trying to get the points up. That changes a lot of things though, because this is going to allow the 5 car Blake Griffin to have the outside row, because I don't think they allow the leaders to choose which lane you want to be in here. I don't know. It's so tough to say who's got the best chance to win. You can't count out any of these guys in the top 5. They've been fast all night. But we'll find out here in just a few moments. Right now, by the way, looking at the top 10 in, or top 5 in points, Chris Stouffer currently right now first in the points, and I believe he's already locked into the chase. Chris right around running back in the 9th position. Logan Lane currently 2nd, and Logan I don't think has had a great night, to be honest. No, he has not. He finished 24th. Does he have a win? He does not. So Logan's going to take a big hit here in the points. And a little bit further back, Ryan Branch, another one that has not had a good night, currently third. Austin Austin Hakes, I believe, or Hakes, sorry. What place is he currently in? He is fourth in the points, seventh right now on the chart, so that's not a bad run for him. And then Josh Coppernell, who's not had a great run either, currently sits fifth right now. So a lot of guys right now really in trouble. Looking at the standings, there hasn't been one of the most impressive people actually in this is Tommy Bordeneau, and he is currently 24th in points, but this is only his third start, and he does have one win, but he's 24th right now. I believe he is locked into the chase, I think, with the win. And he is running fifth, so he's going to definitely pick up some more spots if he can keep the car clean. We'll just have to wait and see the outcome of tonight's race. As the pace lights are off, real fast, guys. I want to be honest, these guys are still really new with each other. There's a lot of guys in here that are new. They're not used to racing around each other. So you got to give it a little bit of time, and it will work itself out. As we wait for the pace car to drop in here this time, we're only going to have 6 laps, I believe. I'm sorry, 30 laps. Wow. Coming to 29 to go. Wow, I'm bad at math. Let me know who in the top 5 gets the win. Or would Tommy Bordeneau be able to get it? He's back there in that, I believe, 5th spot. Alongside that 2 of Ryan Hesgard, by the way, so that's going to be interesting. As the pace car pulls off, green flag is back out once again. And got to watch for wheel spin. The 5, Blake Griffin, going to have that outside advantage, will take the lead. Going to open the door for Sam Hensley to go to the outside. You also see that 57 slowly starting to work up. He's looking to the outside now of Joshua Slater. He's going to take that spot away. So move Tommy back into 4th now. You also see the 7 car, Ryan Hesgard, trying to hold back the 2. He will for now as he crosses up in front of him. Now sets his sights on in front of him. That 31 car, who he does look to the inside. Don't know if he's going to be able to make this pass or not. And he will complete that pass on the inside. Wow. Now it's trying to pass the 57. You got Christopher really starting to make some moves here late in this race. Kept his car clean for the most part all night long. Looking to the inside. We worked on the backstretch. He may be able to get this. He will take that spot away. So move Chris up to 4th now. Here's the battle everybody's wanting to see. The 57 and the 2. They had contact earlier in the race. Almost contact a little bit further behind them with Adam Courtney. Thomas Hartman, who we haven't spoke a lot about, in that 68 car. Watched him pit earlier, but he's looking to the inside. A little bit bump there on that 11 car as he tries to work to the inside, trying to take over the 8th spot. You also see that 28 looking on of Austin Hakes. And it looks like Thomas, for now, would not get that spot. Back up front, it is a 3-man race right now. You got the 5, Blake Griffin, Zach in the 98, and Sam in the 26. Coming off turn number 4. Last time by. Zach a little bit faster than Blake last time. Wow, that rubber's really down on that track. Austin Higgs trying to put a pass on Thomas Hartman. on the outside. Looks like he's going to be able to do that for now. Well, not just yet. 68 came back strong there, almost cutting into the side of him, going to cut him a break. As he actually had a chance to move him, but he did cut the 28 a pretty big break there, and it just lifted early. Out front, the battle's slowly starting to heat up just a little bit more. You start to see a little bit further behind him who's slowly trying to catch these guys. That is Chris Stouffer back there in 4th place right now. Chris is the points leader for a reason. Currently comes in on the season with 4 starts, 2 top 5s, and 3 top 10s. Looking to add another top 5 to his resume for the league, I guess you could say. Is looking to extend his points lead here tonight. You know, really thinking about the mid-season mayhem, I think if anybody's got a chance, this guy right here may be one of them. He dominated last week, dominated tonight. Unfortunately, got caught up in a wreck. Maybe somebody that can win that $100 gift card from Amazon or iRacing. Once again, guys, we will be live with these guys again next Tuesday night, same time, from Kansas. Cannot wait for Kansas. I absolutely love the track, like I said before. My favorite track in all of iRacing. So I'm really looking forward to that. Should be a very fun race. It's going to be a very unique race. It's pretty much the same type of track as this. You're going to be running that high line. Going to have some guys try to pass on the bottom, so it's going to be interesting to see. Chris Stouffer slowly starting to reel in 3rd place of Sam Hensley. Once again, we will interview our top 3 guys as long as they are in the Discord channel. We will interview them as we work through on lap 132. Right now, if a caution was to come out, the 87 of Casey Drake would get the lucky dog. You can see him right here running around the 66 of Aaron James. Aaron right now shown in the 15th spot. Unfortunately, 10 laps behind the leader, 5 laps down to the car in front of him. And with all that damage, that's probably why. We knew coming into tonight would be a few cautions, and it has proven that. We knew we'd have long runs. It's proven that. So we got that part pretty much spot on. Didn't expect a technical problem that we had earlier, but all in all, I think the races went smoothly for the most part. For my first ever time broadcasting this league, I think it has. As we watch the battle for 3rd, Sam Hensley last time by 30.5058. Chris Stouffer a 29.971, so about 10th faster last time by. And while our leaders are still running right there in that time, however, everybody within reach of each other. As the 7 maybe have to use the bumper here. We'll wait and see. Oh, the 26 scrapes the wall coming off turn 2. 7 trying to put the pass on the high side. He's trying to force the way up there. He's going to try to use the run out from the high side to get to the bottom. He's going to use the bumper possibly. Make sure you all hit subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you go check our Facebook out. We'll post all our live updates and everything there from when we broadcast. That's Trackside Racing Network on Facebook. Here comes a bump. 7, oh, getting underneath him, side by side. This could be interesting going down into turn number 2, or 1 and 2, sorry. A little bit of contact there. 26 may have came down just a tad, but the 7, Chris Stouffer going to take that away. Here comes the 26 with the bump on the 7. Maybe appreciate not really liking that move. big Alan Quickie fan, I suppose, with the Alan Quickie 1992 Winston Cup champion. One of my favorite drivers of all time, by the way. Jeff Gordon, then Davey Allison, then Alan Quickie, I would say would be my top 3. And now Chase Elliott probably is up there as well. He's getting there. Whoa, the 26 gets loose. Pretty much not really no battles going on now with the exception of these two guys, but that may not last very long as the 7's trying to drive away now from that 26 of Sam Hensley. I want to mention real fast, Sam came in here on the night. I believe this is only his first or second race. I could be wrong. I was trying to find the points, if I can see it. Yes, this was only his second start. He's currently 41st, as last week at Watkins Glen he did not finish good. So he's looking at a top 5, which is definitely a big improvement from last week. Back up front, Blake Griffin still looking to try to wrap this thing up, as it has all came down to the restarts. If you're on that outside zone line on the restart, it's so tough to pass. The outside line is the way to go. Started back in 3rd, has led 25 laps right now. Doing everything he can to keep the 98 behind him. And as long as there is no lap traffic, I think he may be able to do just that. The lap time's a little bit faster for the 98 right now. There is a lap car coming up here soon. Thomas Hartman now working on the back end of the 11 car. This is actually a battle for the 11th position. Currently running in the 9th spot. Adam Courtney working on the back end of Ron Hesgard, who is currently running in 7th. You see that? The Thomas Hartman drove it in pretty deep this time, trying to get a run out. We'll see if he's able to do it. Not going to be able to just yet. Riding on board now with Adam Courtney. Started back in 17th, looking to improve with a good run. Currently running in 8th place, so a solid top 10 for the 11 car. Toyota Camry. Here's somebody we haven't talked a ton about, Joshua Sleater. Started back in 18th. He's improved a lot, up to 5th right now, working on the back of the 26 of Sam Hensley. This battle may not be over. Looking to the inside. And he's going to get around the 26 car. You know, that 26 can't be too happy with the way some of these guys are racing him, but that's the way you got to race here, especially at New Hampshire. It's so tough to pass. You got to pretty much make your own way. You got to be very aggressive on this track. So Joshua having a good run so far, up to 4th. A little bit further back, still battle for 7th is the 2. Ryan Hesgard trying to hold on to that position, followed by that 11 of Adam Courtney. Thomas Hartman back in 9th. And side by side now as we exit turn 2. Here comes Thomas looking to get a run. Not going to be able to do it just yet. We now got 5 laps to go for the driver of the number 5 car. Blake Griffin trying to get around to 87. Going to be able to do that as the 87 gives him plenty of room. That gap really closed right there through that turn. Zach really starting to put some pressure on this 5 car. we work through turns 3 and 4. We're going to see 3 to go this time by here for the New Hampshire 150 for the Dynasty Racing League. Zach's probably going to have to use the bumper if he's wanting to get by Blake. It's about the only way I can think, unless you pretty much dive bomb, which you may have to do, honestly, and try to move him up. And here he comes, side by side now. Not going to be able to get there just yet. 2 laps to go. Wow, we're seeing a great race here for the lead. For our first broadcast ever for Dynasty Racing, they are putting on one heck of a show for that top spot right now as we go down into turn 3 and 4. We got somebody back there in the wall. I'm not sure who that was. I believe it was a lap car. Look how close they are right now as we go through turns 3 and 4. White flag will be in the air this time. One more time around. Blake Griffin trying to pick up his first win of the season, but he's going to have his hands full. As that number 98 slowly starting to put more pressure on as he goes a little bit higher. He may have a run at the exit of turn number 2. Here he comes. Gets a little wiggly coming off turn 2. That may be all the 5 needs as we go down into turn number 3. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Blake Griffin will see the checkered flag and will win here at New Hampshire Dynasty Racing League. Zach Weinstein comes home second. Christopher comes home in third. Coming home in fourth, Joshua Slater, and top 5 goes to Sam Hensley. Your winner tonight will be this man right here. 36 total laps led, picks up the victory, and a big one at that. As he came in here on the night, he was back in 30th in points. And this was only his second start of the season. Not bad at all to come in here and do that. And his first race was a top 5 as well. So Blake may have something for these guys coming into the chase here in a few months. Well, a couple months, I believe, about a month or so away. Give or take on that a little bit, by the way. As he gets ready to burn down the house, we're going to interview the winner of tonight's race here in just a moment. Blake Griffin once again picks up and is your victor here tonight in Loudoun, New Hampshire. See him burning the tires off the car. Let's go ahead and bring in our winner. Hey Blake, you got a copy? Hey Blake, you got a copy?
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, I got a copy. What's up?
Man, you came out here tonight, started in third, managed to pick up the win on that last restart. That was huge. You had that outside row, and it really worked. How'd your night go overall? I know you was the winner, but talk us through your night.
Well, starting off, trying to catch Tommy and Zach was near impossible. Those guys were really fast, and it just seemed like as the track rubbered in, I got a little faster, and once Tommy had some trouble there, I knew I had a shot. But, man, Zach was awful fast, and me and Zach raced hard all day, and I just want to say I really appreciate Zach running me clean. He had numerous times he could have got under me and turned me right there, but he didn't. But, man, I just found something on the long run that I didn't think I would find. This is my worst track by far.
Wow.
But, I appreciate everybody in the league, and thanks to James for having me.
Man, this was your only second race in the league. I seen you got a top 5 last week and a first place this week. That's got to be a big motivation, especially since you said this was one of your worst tracks on iRace. And next week we go to Kansas, which should be a very fun race, by the way. How do you feel about going there?
Well, I'm actually in another a truck league that I run in, and we just ran at Kansas not long ago, and if I'm not mistaken, I got a top 5 there. So I've never been there in the Cup car. I've only been on iRacing about 4 months, so I don't have a lot of experience in these cars. So I'm hoping it goes pretty good, but I love the cookie cutter tracks. Man,
that was very impressive drive by you, man. Congratulations. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
James mainly. I really appreciate James for contacting me about this, and again, Zach. I really appreciate Zach and Bailey, the 8 car. I'm hoping maybe me and him are going to try to team up and get something going here before long. So shout out to those guys for sure.
Man,
Thank you guys for broadcasting.
Man, that was fun to watch. Congratulations, first place tonight.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we'll bring in second place. If he's in here, and he is not, I don't think so. I'm trying to find him to make sure. I'm looking. Do not see him at the moment. Looking to see if Zach is in here, and I do not see him. Oh, there he is. I lied. Hey, Zach, you got a copy?
Yep.
Man, you brought it home second place. You did a really good job on racing the 5-car really clean. He was really talking about you during the interview just a minute ago about how, you know, you had numerous times to move him. You had a chance to win this thing. Ultimately, it was the restart that really cost you. What was you needing to happen to take the win away?
I was in the lead, as you saw there. I got a good restart. I was started second. I was able to take the lead, and then a caution came out early.
Right.
And then I started on the inside, which obviously isn't the preferable line. And he was able to get a good run on me, and I couldn't catch him from there.
Man, we've seen you really close the gap in towards the end, and you did have a chance to move him at the end, but you chose not to, by the way, which is really respectful on your part. It had to cross your mind, though, I would guess.
I got to his bumper a couple times, but it was kind of like the whole race. I wasn't gonna pass him unless I did it clean. I didn't really feel like bumping him.
Next week we head to Kansas. Definitely a little bit different track than this. A lot more faster and stuff. How do you feel about going to Kansas? I look forward to that race.
I'm not really a fan of Kansas. I haven't run there too much. When I practiced, I wasn't too fast.
Right.
So I'm going to put some practice in this week, hopefully gain some speed, and maybe try to go win next week.
Well, you come out, started in second, finished second, so definitely a good boost for you going into next week. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to?
Just the league owners, everybody who makes this league possible. It's a fun community. Everybody is respectable, and it's just a fun, clean race.
Man, that was fun to watch. Congratulations, second place, and go out there and get a win next time.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. That was the 98, as you've seen him come in. Zach Westein. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I believe it's Westein, I believe. So I'm sorry, Zach. I will get with you, and I'll get that right. Next up, we're going to bring in Casey Stouffer, who finishes in third place. Hey, Casey, you got a copy? Hey, Casey, you got a... Oh, Chris, sorry. Chris, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got
I don't know why I said Casey. I was looking at somebody else's name below you. Man, you started in 14th. Come in here as points leader. You already got a win on the season. You've got to be overall happy with third place.
You know, I'm ecstatic with third place, to tell you the truth. If you asked me to do that twice in a row at this track, I probably couldn't do it. So top 3, yeah. I was really coming in just hoping to get top 10, so I'm really happy about that.
To let you know, to give you a little bit more or boost, I guess, in confidence, towards the last of this run, I don't know if you could tell, but your lap times was actually faster the last few laps compared to our leaders, which has got to be a boost for you. Next week, Kansas. You come in, like I said, as the points leader, and you improve on that points lead by quite a bit, I believe, which, you know, you already got your win anyway. But how do you go about going to Kansas? Are you happy about going there?
Yeah, I like Kansas a lot. You can run all over the track there. The high line works really well there. And I really like tracks like that where, you know, basically you get to choose what line that you like, and you know, it makes for good racing, and yeah, I'm excited about it.
You know, you said you wasn't the fastest, but towards the end of this race, you was one of the guys I was really watching, very impressed with how you ran, especially starting back all the way in 14th. Anybody you want to give a shout-out to? That was a great run.
Well, you know, I'll definitely give a shout-out to Blake. That was a good win for him. I know we're all trying to catch Tommy there, and he got caught up in that wreck, so... Yeah, that's racing. That kind of stuff happens. It's unfortunate, but you know, I just played my cards right, and I was able to get up there, get into third, and get a podium here. When I came in, not being good at these short tracks, I'm ecstatic again.
Man, great run tonight. Congratulations. By the way, one of my favorite paint schemes out there. I love that paint you was running. So, good job, and talk to you next week, man.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, buddy. As we take a look real fast at our results, you see Blake Griffin picks up the win here tonight at New Hampshire. Zach, and I don't want to butcher his last name again, so I got to fix that. Chris Topher comes in third. Joshua Sleater comes in fourth. Sam Hensley, Tommy Bordeaux finishes in sixth. Ryan Hesgard finishes in seventh. Adam Courtney, Thomas Harmon, and Austin Hakes, your top 10. As you take a look at the rest of your results. Guys, I thought tonight's race was very impressive for my first time broadcasting. How about that? 11th through 20th, we got 9 Chevys in the top 20, or right there from 11th through 20th, and only one Toyota was Mark Vega. But I thought tonight's race was it was unique. It was a race that I expected, to be honest. It started off a little rough. I understand that. It did get better. We did have our technical issue during the middle, but luckily we didn't miss too much, thank gosh. And but I loved it. I hope that these guys had me back. It was a blast to do. So, hope to talk to everybody next week. We will be live again Thursday. Also, we got the TRN podcast coming out Thursday. We'll see if we can get some guys from here and there as well and talk a little bit about it. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'm your host, Adam Chapman. I will see you all next week. Make sure you tune in Thursday, by the way. Go Fast Racing League will be at Eldora, 9:55 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Have a great night, and God bless. Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. When this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day